Hey guys, it's Matt for Antihero magazine with what is going to be the first of many Bloodstock interviews. I'm here with Eero Sipilä, bassist for Battle Beast. How are you, my friend?
Hey, all good so far.
Glad to hear it, man. First off, welcome to Bloodstock.
Thank you very much.
Are you planning to stay here for the entire weekend, or are you just doing the one?
Yeah, I wish we could, but we got another festival in Switzerland tomorrow and in Spain the day after that, so unfortunately it's only going to be for tonight.
Oh, man.
Maybe some other time. Yeah.
Obviously tonight you've got a headline slot on the Sophie stage. The festivals that you're moving on to, are they going to be headline slots as well?
Well, they're going to be on... Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a headlining show, I think. But the one in Spain, that's a huge festival, so there's going to be like a lot of bigger bands. So we play on the main stage, but it's not the headlining stock, so no.
Obviously, Battle Beast, no stranger to European touring. You're from Helsinki, I believe. It's not a city, I'm not overly familiar with its metal scene, so what's the metal scene like in Helsinki?
Well, it's getting the whole Finland used to be like very big for metal, but I think it's gone a bit underground, especially in Helsinki, I think. But it's obviously, it is there, and there's like a lot of bars where musicians hang out and like that, but there's not much, you don't see it out on the street or anything like that, but it's there. Yeah.
Are a lot of the bands in Helsinki and I guess in Finland in general, are they quite similar to Battle Beast, like that big sort of operatic style?
Well, we got both. I mean, in general, I think we are very unfinished sounding metal band, or that's what many people tell us, because we also got lots of folk stuff and stuff like that. A bit more hard, heavier metal than us, more hardcore and extreme metal. So I think we're actually, but then obviously there's bands like Nightwish and Sonata Arctica, so it's you can't really give a quick answer to that because we got both. Yeah.
Are there any underground bands from your city that you'd recommend people listen to?
Yeah, I think Arion, or you write it Arion. It's a really cool kind of prog power metal band.
Yeah, they're great.
They're gonna put out a new album this year. You know about them?
Yeah.
They're really awesome.
Them, yeah.
I'm really looking forward to their album.
It's going to be good. It's definitely going to be good.
Yeah.
Anyway, getting a little bit more about your band. That's what we're here to promote, after all. One of the things that people associate with your band is the massive choruses, these really big melodies. So is that always the biggest priority whenever you're writing songs, is to get those choruses right?
Well, yeah, I would say yes, because I mean, our style of music, it's mostly about the melody, and then everything should be structured around that one. So I think that's a classic heavy metal approach. So yes.
Do you ever, when you're making a song or writing a song, do you ever ask yourself how's this going to sound live in a live environment?
Well, yes and no. I mean, obviously you can. I mean, if there's especially Janne, he likes to make songs with a lot of keyboard stuff, and so I mean, obviously it's always you need to think of what can we actually play live on stage, or should we have a backing track, or how it's gonna work. But but in general, I don't think you should stress with that too much, because you should first get the song finished and then work on how you're gonna make it work live later on.
Yeah. So with the band being as melodic as you are, do you ever go to realms other than metal or rock for inspiration, like maybe pop or something?
Yeah, obviously. I would say ABBA is one of our biggest influences, because there's great sense of melody and stuff like that. So
brilliant melodies.
Yes, exactly. And a lot of people hate us for that, but that's our thing.
What's your favorite ABBA song?
It's probably. Wait a second. It's a tough one. Yeah, One of Us. It's brilliant. It's brilliant.
And after your summer festival run as well, you're going to be doing the Bringer of Pain over Europe. Is it part 2?
Part 2, yeah. You could say so. I mean, obviously it gets a bit mixed up since we're touring all the time, but yeah, we're doing 3 or 4 weeks. Yeah.
So how was the first leg of the European run? How did that go?
It was really good. I mean, it wasn't huge, but it was way bigger than our previous headlining tours. It was only the second headlining tour that we do, and it was in many places we had double or triple the audiences. And we could also play more shows here in the UK, which was really cool. So hopefully we can keep that going on and build up from there.
Is that what made you want to do a part 2? This is working really well and we're getting
and we missed out on a lot of cities on the last run, so we're kind of trying to fill in the gaps with this one.
So after this festival slot, when's the next time you think we're going to see you in the UK?
Really impossible to tell. I mean, for the spring, I don't think we're going to do any European tours, but hopefully it's gonna be for the summer festivals next year. So hopefully we can, you know, book some cool UK festivals. That'd be really nice.
And obviously you're doing the shows to promote your new album, Bringer of Pain. Came out in March. I
don't know.
Yeah.
March or February, I don't know.
It came out at some point on
Nuclear
Nuclear
Blast
Records.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
So how was reaction to the record, both from reviewers and fans? How was
it? In general, like very, very positive. Like I think many people have called it our best album, but then obviously it's a bit different from our previous album. So you know, there's always going to be somebody who thinks differently. But that's, you know, that's how it should be. Like if you make music that, you know, interests people, they're going to think something about it. So, but still, like I would say, like 90% positive. And it's also been our most successful album so far. So it kind of goes hand in hand.
And it's your third album, is that right?
It's our fourth, actually.
Fourth album.
Yeah, but I'm not sure whether the first album was actually released here or because it's like it was released on a smaller label, and then Nuclear Blast kind of reissued it. So not a lot of people know about it. But,
right.
But, yeah.
So as you go with the albums, do you find it harder and harder to write songs as time goes by?
Not really. I mean, we're not like one of those bands who have to like completely reinvent ourselves. We're not like super artistic or anything. I mean, we just make good songs and hope people are gonna like them. Yeah.
And when we think of the Battle Beast style, like your power metal style, we tend to think more of Europe with like the keyboards and the big melodies. Why do you think it's not quite as big in the States as it is in this part of the world?
Well, that's a big question, but you know, it's obviously true. Like, you know, America specializes in the kind of more extreme metal, and I really don't know. Maybe it's just, you know, how it happened like 20 or 30 years ago. Like over here you had Iron Maiden and they had Metallica, and maybe that, I don't know, maybe, you know, just one thing led to another. Like you had these schools, and you know bands get influenced by each other, and then, you know, am I making any sense? Probably not, but you know,
maybe
I
think
just
I
coincidence.
I think I get you.
Yeah.
And you're going to be hitting up the States, is it next year on tour?
Yeah, we are. Yeah,
so with what we were saying about power metal being a bit bigger in Europe, how do fans react to your style? Is it a bigger reaction in Europe, or is it?
Well, it's. I mean, obviously, when you tour in Europe, I mean, especially like in Germany, because that's like where all the bands go with every tour. You could say like the bands. The fans, they are like, so they get a new band every week. So I think they're kind of spoiled with the amount of music they're getting. But in the US and Canada, because bands like us are like more of a rare occasion, you can see that people are like more enthusiastic about it. So it's always like, oh my God, we are getting Sabaton here this week. Like I've been waiting for a whole year. Whereas in Germany, you're like, Sabaton, oh cool, I just saw them last week, but you know, let's go again. Yeah.
Feels more special.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Tell you what, man, I'm going to end it there, but thank you so much for your time today. It's been an absolute pleasure. Everyone check out Bringer of Pain. It's out now on Nuclear Blast. Also, check Battle Beast out when they're out on tour in Europe. Till then, Eero Sipilä, everyone.
Yeah, thank you.
No worries, man.